Right, I'm going to try not to touch screen today. Boom, mum and dad together, look at that. That was quick. It's almost as if you planned it. If I touch the screen now, that goes away, doesn't it? Anybody? There we go. Look at that. Hi guys. I'm really not enjoying this phone. I mean, it's an amazing piece of technology. Don't get me wrong, but it's not working very well on live. So here, there's a big white bar on my phone. So like, you guys have your little icons up here, and all your thumbs up flutter up here, but I can't see any of that. The finish button's hidden. And then when I'm talking to you guys, the messages don't scroll up as you let me know who's about. Combine that with the fact that, like I said, my head's cropped off at here and here. That's all I can see. So I imagine it's about here on frame. So it's just not a very good experience. I may even get my old phone out thinking about it and plug that in. Unless the video quality is amazing, like I know it's a much better camera, but we don't care about that, do we? We're here to have a waffle. Right, well, morning everybody. How you all doing? It is a miserable day, and we are stuck inside. We can't play out. We're not allowed to go do anything fun. In the middle of the week, it's about as low as you can get on an average working week, isn't it? It's not exactly, a lovely thing. Yeah, it's really easy when it's sunny outside to be high-spirited and like, yeah, look at that, we're locked in, and things. Now we're having a bit of a grim patch. It's going to test our resolve, isn't it? See how strong we all are. So just remember, we're all in this together. We're all coping. We're all doing well. So because my home circumstances, my partner going to work on, not working, the schools opening, closing, not knowing when childcare is and things, it's quite difficult to plan at the minute what I'm going to talk about. And I had a phone call with a friend, and the end result was I decided to be honest and have nothing planned today. It's quite easy for me to put something together last minute and be like, this was the plan all along, and run with it. But on the strength of what we were speaking about, I decided just to sit down and be like, I got nothing, and we'll talk about something together. So I've been sat here for about 10 minutes, and I wanted to chat about maps of some sort. I have a compulsion to have a waffle on about maps, but it's a very, very niche audience, people who want to listen to that. So as my brain's working through that, I remembered the Chester Zoo is having a really hard time at the minute. Obviously, it's the largest charity zoo in the country. I think I read it needs 1.3 million a month just to feed the animals and make sure they're all healthy. And that comes almost entirely through turnstile money. And they're not allowed anyone in. So the animals are suffering because they can't feed them. And so they put this plea out on the old interwebs. And individuals have donated, and corporations have donated. Iceland have sponsored the entire Humboldt penguin colony, which is amazing. And like individuals can, I think an orangutan is about 45 quid up front, and then it's like £5 a month. And they've got loads of money through doing this, and I think they're in a more stable position now. Because can you imagine having Chester Zoo to close? That'd absolutely break my heart. So I was thinking about that and these charity organisations that look after our wildlife and look after our animals. Now Chester Zoo is kind of the apex of conservation in our country. It's an immense machine with so many moving parts. But looking down onto a more us level, places like the RSPB Reserve, so Dovestone Reservoir, Fairburn Ings, St Aidan's, Hardcastle Crags, all these places that are run by charities, whether it be the National Trust, the Wildlife Trust, the RSPB, they rely on us to throw our change at them so we can enjoy what they're providing. And what they're providing is not just a reserve. Yes, they manage, yes, they look after the reserve, but animals aren't as domesticated as us, you know. The Fairburn Ings have been there a long time, and they've got settled colonies of herons and birds and otters and kingfishers and everything that lives there. But they don't just live there, they fly off and they end up hanging out in people's gardens. And St Aidan's, about 4 or 5 miles away from Fairburn Ings, has only been open, I think, 6 years. And 6 years ago, it was a quarry. It was desolate, there was nothing there. And through the hard work of the volunteers and the paid staff and the visitors, it now has a whole host of predatory birds. It has buzzards and kites and hawks and kestrels, and it has a load of marsh birds and water birds and garden birds, and it's a hive of activity. And all that wildlife then flies off into the community, and we get to sit in our living rooms, look out the window and see gorgeous wild animals. They put plants and things. So my point is that the work that these guys do benefits us all whether we go to them or not. And not having the visitors has now become this double-edged sword. Without them, they're thriving because of the lack of human interaction, but without our support, that they're struggling to be supported. Now they're dependent on us. So I just wanted to share a couple of images of us appreciating and supporting that. So I was looking through these, and this was going to be my blagged session, and this is that 10 minutes of what shall I talk about, where shall I go, to here. And then I remembered, as a member of the RSPB, we got a family pack, and we got this thing. It might be mirrored. It's the Nature Discovery Pack for the whole family. And inside it, it has a spring book, a summer book, an autumn book, and a winter book, right? And in each thing, it has craft ideas, how to make bird feeders, how to set up traps, so you can tracking traps, so you can see what animals go through your garden. It has ideas of things to feed and things not to feed, plants you can grow that will attract insects, will attract birds, which will attract other things. And there's literally an activity in there for every weekend of the year. And they put that together and they gave that away because I took my family there, and instead of paying the £2 each time I went, I ended up paying £5 a month to go whenever I want, as often as I want. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of advocate how amazing this stuff is. I mean, it's such a small amount that then provides so much for everything. I mean, you look at your garden, you put plants in there, and it's the insects that pollinate and make it grow. You have things like wasps that eat the aphids and get rid of the slugs and the caterpillars. And so there's a whole ecosystem that goes on. And these charities that run, they're sort of these strongholds that keep our national populations sort of thriving. And then you look on the news and there's people heading to the beach and just trashing the place. And it just, it's a bit grim, isn't it? Like I said, I'm not really sure where this conversation is going today. I think I'm just venting my thoughts on the natural world. I'm missing going out. And I think it's missing us. Do you know what I mean? Not directly, but people who pay for it and support it and keep it running. As this bit of hair is really annoying me, and keep it in tip top are struggling. and then we go out and we do all this kind of thing. So yeah, I just thought I'd take this opportunity to share with you, see what your thoughts were. Let me just have a flick up. Oh, there's loads of people. Hello. Zoos are open from this Monday. Is that right, though? I did hear that they were planning on opening up. So I wonder if that's the same for reserves then. We'll look into that. But yeah, I don't even know what time it is. Where are we? 10 past. Yeah, I think that's all I've got for you today. I'm really sorry it's not a more exciting day, but the weather's rubbish, and I don't really want to go through and hash out old photographs with you. I feel like you've seen all the good ones and we've shared them, so I just wanted to bring it to the attention that you know, we've got a natural world out there that needs looking after, and there are people that are trying to help, and it doesn't have to make our countryside pretty, doesn't it? Well, I'll leave it on that, and tomorrow I think I'll be outside again. I'm not sure, depending on the weather, depending on work commitments, depending on what we can do. So fingers crossed, everything lines up and we get to go do something a little bit more exciting than sitting here now looking at my screensaver. Great, well, that's it from me. If you're going out, guys, please don't do it if it's essential. If you do go out, make the most of it. Make sure to wash your hands before and after. If you're going out, look after the place. You know, spend a minute Googling what sort of things you can feed your garden birds, or what plants you can plant to attract insects, to attract your garden birds, and enjoy it. I mean, we were all living on this big blue rock together, so let's enjoy it together. Well, that's it from me, guys. Hopefully we'll have something a bit more upbeat for tomorrow, and take it, you guys. I'll see you then. Bye now.